Welcome back to video number 14 in the Empath and HSP video series. Now, here I'm going to discuss more about what can actually help you, steps you can take to help yourself. Now, when you're an empath, if you're feeling all sorts of feelings, emotions, whatever it is you're picking up, the first thing you should do is listen to your gut feeling, intuition, and ask yourself, is this mine? Now, with a little figuring out, you should be able to tell if it's yours and something that you need to resolve. If it's not yours, you need to release it. Just try to let it roll off of you. It's very important, especially if it's not yours, because then it's not yours to deal with. Now, here are things that can help you, whether you're an empath or a highly sensitive person. If you can, remove yourself from whatever situation you're in, or at least get some physical distance. You should always try to have like an escape plan, if you want to call it that. Whether that means, you know what, there's this party I need to get, maybe, go lock yourself in a bathroom for 5 minutes, or maybe, you know what, I need to go out and sit in my car for 5 minutes. I just need a minute. Or know where there is a location. Say if you're at a large gathering or a large place, know where the location is, whether you can, as I said, get back to your vehicle or go somewhere where nobody else or very few people are to help gather yourself, because it can be very overwhelming. Tell whatever it is to leave. Now, visualization can be is very helpful and can be very important here. It's like setting an intention that you want it to leave, and if you want to visualize it as something physical, like whether it's a ball, whatever comes to mind for you, and visualize it actually leaving. Visualize it as you're telling it to go, that it goes. Other things that can help you, meditation, Reiki, or sound baths. Now, I know not everybody necessarily is really good at meditation, and some people are really good at it, or they don't know how. It can be as simple as focusing on a lit candle for a minute, or even picturing it in your mind and just trying to focus on that if you need to imagine it. Clearing, some people might like to smudge, meaning either, the burning of sage, of course, do it safely. Make sure you have a fire or heat proof dish and catching all the ashes and whatnot. Or even sounds like chimes or singing bowls or bells, even music, can help clear it away. There is something else called, this is actually from Reiki, it's called Kenyoku, which translates to dry bathing. Essentially what you do, I know you can't see all of me here, but you put your hand up on your shoulder, you make physical contact if you want to, or if you don't, however you're most comfortable with it. Swipe all the way down your arm and across your body and off your hip. And then you do it here again, the opposite way, all the way down your arm, across your body, and swipe it off. And do it one more time, across the body, swipe it off, and just off your arms and shake it off. This will sometimes help you too. Do it as many times if you need it, if you enjoy that. Taking a cleansing bath or shower. This is also another thing where you can visualize whatever being washed away and just going down the drain. Grounding and earthing. When you're grounding, you can use your imagination. You imagine that your feet, it might sound a little funny, but imagine your feet have roots that go very, very deep into the earth, or earthing, actually, if you're able to, get barefoot and go outside and stand in the grass or dirt for a few minutes. Now, if you would like to earth and you say can't, or weather is not permitting it, you could actually get yourself a little, or make yourself a little earthing box. It can be anything that you can, that as long as it fits your feet, you can fill it up with some dirt, rocks, or whatever, and you can keep it in your house year round to use it whenever you want. Again, with boundaries, set strong boundaries, and you need to learn when to say no. You must take control of that. Now, I'm not saying always say no, but when considering something, try, if someone asks you something, try not to answer right away. Give yourself a chance to check in with yourself and say something like, you know what, I'm not sure, can I get back to you later? If you need to buy yourself some time, and then really think about if it's something, of course, you want to help people or a friend or something, but you need to make sure, depending on what it is, that you would be participating for the right reason, not because you feel obligated, or not because, you're really busy that day and you don't have the time. Be very careful what you commit to. Something that's really important is know what the quietest area or room is in your home, or if you're visiting a friend, know it there. This can help you escape from outside noise. You must spend time alone. If you can, even if it's just a little corner of something, or on a windowsill, like a bay window where you could sit, create a safe, quiet, even dark and welcoming space for yourself. Have a little area that's just for you. Now, you will need to recharge. I would recommend doing it alone and or in nature, or you can do things like writing, journaling, or even start a hobby. These are some of the things that can help you get through things that when it's a difficult time for you. Now, there's something else, and that is very helpful, particularly when if you're feeling very stressed or very anxious. It's called progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR. Basically what it means is, I actually learned this in yoga years ago in this one particular class, and I found it I really liked it. So basically, they say there's different ways you can do it. You can start like with your feet and work your way up, or your head and work your way down. I know when I learned to do it, it was my entire body at once, because we were laying on the mat. You literally tense up your muscles, and like I said, you can do it in your face, or your arms, or your legs first, whatever's comfortable for you. I don't think there's really a wrong way to do it. Tense up. I try to hold it for about 10 seconds, or just do the best you can, and then try to slowly release it, and it really helps relax you. It really, really does. I find it works really well. Now, there are some other things that might help. Eat a little bit of chocolate. Just a little bit. Also, something that's called the temple hold. When you take 2 or 3 fingers, I usually use 3, put them on either side of your temples, like between your eyebrows and your hairline, and hold it for as long as you need. You decide on the pressure. And it can help you break up, repetitive thoughts and overwhelm. And even if you want to massage a little bit, it does help. A short burst of high intensity exercise, or stretching, walking, etc. Just move your body somehow. You don't have to go and run a marathon. You don't have to do that. Sing, belt out your favorite tune. Try to avoid caffeine, because with that being a stimulant, it can actually heighten any emotional overwhelm that you're experiencing. You can use some scented relief, as in breathing in lavender, vanilla, jasmine, cinnamon, or clary sage. It can help calm you. And it's important to remember, always have an escape plan. A quiet spot, go back to your vehicle, whatever that looks like for you. Make sure you have a place where you can go back to if you need to, even if it's just for a few minutes. Very helpful. Now, this is another big one that can be helpful. Detoxify your social media. Unfollow anyone or any page that doesn't uplift you or bring you joy on social media. Turn off the news. If you got to get the highlights, do that, but limit your time. Shut it off. Be mindful of what you're watching and reading. News, TV shows, movies, videos, social medias, books, all of that. Be mindful how much you expose yourself to that. Find what you love and follow that. That helps you control your social media feed. There's tons of pages that are like for animal lovers, art. I mean, probably pretty much anything you can think of, it's there. Even music pages, whatever that is going to be for you. Now, before you go out, be prepared. Again, with visualization, imagine yourself in a bubble of white or golden light that fully envelops you and protects you every morning. Do this every morning and every night. Allow in what you want and repel what you don't. If you are into crystals or stones, or you wear jewelry containing them, that might be good for you if you are into that. Also, for your kids, that would be a good too. What I would recommend too is if your kids are into crystals or rocks or whatever, you can take them, if you can, take them shopping for some and let them pick out something. They tend to gravitate to what, like, I've had that happen to me before where I've been in a shop and I'll see this stone or whatever, and I literally have to get it because I'm so drawn to it. That has happened to me. So that is something else that you can do. I'm going to end that video here. This one's a bit longer, but thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and I will see you next time.